Six minutes to 7 here at FIVEaa. We'll get to Timmy a bit later because we want to talk iPhones, don't we, Jane?
We do. Richard Arnold has told us, and Anne's been telling us, the iPhone 5's been released overnight. Joining us now is our Gadget Coach, Mathan Allington. And Mathan, we've heard a little bit about the iPhone. You've been looking at it, but the big question is the fact that it's got this new plug, so it won't be compatible with any of our chargers.
Yes, that's correct. It's a Lightning dock. So it's a sort of electronic, much smaller pin, and it's reversible, so it doesn't matter what way it goes in. And available now, actually, on the Apple online store, you can buy the adapter for $35. So they've already got the adapters available if you've got an older style dock and you're planning on getting a new phone.
Well, you can't have a new dock because it's the first time.
Yeah. So some of the manufacturers, they mentioned companies like Bose, etc., are working on new docks already for that smaller connector. So we'll start to see some of those accessories rolling out probably within a matter of weeks.
Is it a fair criticism to say, is it technologically any better, or is it just a way of making us pay $35 for a new gadget?
It's purely down to size thing. They haven't mentioned about anything about faster data speeds or the ability to transmit or do anything new about it. It's just purely a smaller size connector, so they can make the size of the phone that 18% thinner than the previous version.
And that gets to the dimensions of the thing. It's bigger. I'm sitting here holding my iPhone 4, so
yes.
The thing that I would be holding would be, about half as thin as what I've got? I've got an old one.
It's about, the iPhone 4 is pretty much the same size as the 4S. So you're looking 18% thinner than the phone you're holding at the moment.
And how much bigger?
It's probably, you've got a 3.5 inch screen at the moment on the diagonal, so almost a half inch if added across the top of the screen.
So,
wow.
So Mathan, is this going to take the world by storm, or are we sick of iPhones?
Well, Apple's very good at the marketing, and they're very popular. People upgrading from one to the next. I don't think, if you had an iPhone 4S, there's not a huge need to jump up. But the way the phone contracts work, with a 2-year typical contract, say your iPhone 4 users would be particularly keen for this one a bit faster. But some of the features they rolled out aren't exactly new features. Other manufacturers have had them. So it is a great device. Apple makes things very simple. But yeah, the iPhone 4S, for instance, has actually had record sales, and people thought that one wouldn't do so well because the design didn't change much from the 4. So Apple's very popular, and we'll get to see what the sales will look like, I guess.
So where and when do we get them?
Yes, so they're available pre-order on the Apple website tomorrow, and then I'm sure the telcos will have them available a few days after that. And in stores, available next Friday. The Apple site are advertising from 8 a.m. next Friday, so the telcos usually will have the same time as what the Apple stores do.
And the cost?
Same outright price. So the telcos haven't had the time to communicate the cost on contracts, and they usually do that maybe 2 or 3 days before release. But $800 for a 16 gigabyte version outright, which is the same price as what the 4S started at.